Okay, and we are live. 3 o'clock Central Time. Just gotta make sure that my sound is correct and you can hear me and the visuals are correct. Okay, let's see. Okay, yep, sounds good. Looks good, sounds good. Okay, well, I don't know if I look all that good. Although, I am missing my blender hat, so that's why I'm not wearing it. But it just so happens that I kind of now match. So I've got my London hat and just this wasn't coordinated, but I kind of match. So anyway, this is just a continuation of last week's live stream where I was hired by Pigmacast. If you go to pigmacast.com, um, uh, good friends with Frankie, and he hired me to do a little promo video for his new product that he's coming out with. It's called PigmaPrism. So for a whole bunch of you know graphic designers, color artists, things like that, it's a really cool tool. So if you haven't seen that live stream, go check that out. Otherwise, I mean, I'm going to show you again here. But this is a program that's in the works. It's not out yet, but if you go to pigmacast.com, you'll see this Hellstones pops up. It's a Kickstarter campaign that starts in it looks like starting in July now. I think it was June, but now starting in July of this year. This is something different. This is not the Pigma Prism, but he's created his own comic book series, and so this is the start of that series. So if you want to go check that out and be a part of that Kickstarter campaign, then come to pigmacast.com and you can scroll down and you can see. Oh, you know what? I'm so sorry. My big head is in the way. Let's change that. Here we go. So let me just refresh the page, and then we can see. Yeah, this. Here we go. The Hellstones comic book Kickstarter campaign starts in July, and this is his own creation. And if you scroll down, you can see, there you go. This is Frankie right here. But if you scroll down, you can see on YouTube what that's all about. But today we are going to talk about PigmaPrism. So if you go to PigmaPrism here, this is the what I'm doing the promo for. So we did a screenshot, not a screenshot, screen recording of him showing me the whole program, and then I'm taking that screen recording and I'm adding my own voiceover, which he may or may not use, probably not, but adding voiceover, gonna add music. Actually, you know what? I should have looked for some music. Maybe we can do that together today. But and then taking that screen recording and editing it accordingly. He wants it about 90 seconds or so, 90 seconds, 100 seconds in there, so that he can use that for showcasing it for publishers and also for his Kickstarter for that. But anyway, what it is it's a color palette tool. Let's see. PigmaPrism is an interactive color tool designed to help artists explore color relationships, analyze palettes, study light, and make stronger creative decisions. It is super awesome, and I'm not just saying that because he's my friend, and he's not paying me to say that. He's only paid me to make this video for him. So there's no sponsorship here or anything. It is a really cool program. So I'm going to be continuing that. Again, I started that last week and continuing this. But if you're interested in getting this PigmaPrism when it comes out, go to his page and sign up with your email, and you'll get notified of any updates with that. So with that said, let's go to our work. This is what we did last week. Plus, I did behind the scenes. I just did my own work cleaning some of this up. So the first thing I think we should start with is just going to look what we have so far. And so I'm just going to go ahead and play it, but I got to make sure that OBS here has the proper sound. It doesn't look like my live stream output is on. Just want to make sure that that's good. PigmaPrism is okay. You should be able to hear that now. So here we go. This is what it looks like. Let's make this a little bit bigger so you can kind of see what's going on. And then here's what we have. Here's what I've cut so far. PigmaPrism is a desktop color workstation for artists and designers. One place to build palettes, analyze images, and study how color behaves under light. Build custom palettes from an interactive 3D color space. Generate harmonies automatically. Check contrast, accessibility, and even color blindness compatibility in real time. Export to any format your workflow needs. Drop in any image and PigmaPrism will automatically detect and extract its dominant colors. Or you can choose to run a 5-point professional critique covering value, harmony, contrast, temperature, and composition. Then you can even preview your palette in 3D with PigmaPrism's powerful light mode. This allows you to explore your color work on real 3D objects under any lighting setup you design. Artists and designers currently have to jump back and forth across 5 or 6 tools in order to use all of these features. PigmaPrism is uniquely powerful in that it consolidates all the color tools you need into one clean, intuitive application. PigmaPrism, color intelligence for the people who actually use it. There we go. And that was... sorry, give me a second here. Spacebar does so much in different programs. So when I try to press spacebar and I'm not actually in Blender, well, with OBS Studio, it's sometimes detrimental because if the last button I clicked was start stream or start recording, and then I hit spacebar, it'll stop the recording, and I don't know that it stopped. So I got to be really careful. But anyway, so and by the way, I'll be trying to watch your comments. We have no moderator today, unfortunately. Even though I did, if you saw the last stream, I was trying to get it to where I could only hear my moderator in my headset and not everybody else. So it was very finicky. I did find a solution to that. So I've got virtual audio outputs now that I wire together. Well, virtually wire together so that she can talk to me in my ear, letting me know about my comments, so that I can, because sometimes I just get really super focused, then I can go check. Anyway, so I've got all that set up, but unfortunately she's not here today, so we're just going to have to make do, so please bear with me if you do have a comment. Anyway, so that, if you don't know what PigmaPrism is, this is what PigmaPrism is. And last time I had only edited up to the 3 sections. So down here you can see I've got section, so this is section 1 and then 2 and then this is section 3. I think I did most of that before. I went back and I didn't like what was in here for section 3, so I edited that again. I think it's a lot more smooth now. I'm gonna just go ahead and put all of this in a meta strip. By the way, this is I don't know if this is 5.1 or 5.2. I think it's 5.1, Blender 5.1, where you can put all of your audio in a meta strip, and the meta strips have their own volume control. So I can go ahead and just pop that down to 0. And then you wouldn't be able to hear any audio in it, and it's really nice. In this excuse me, in this instance, all I have to do is just hide the meta strip. That's even easier, so that works. But here, right here, where it's talking about the light mode, this just went really too fast, and it didn't, from the last time, it didn't really, yeah, it didn't really, it wasn't jiving well. So at least I didn't think so. So this is a lot better. And if we play this, then you can even preview your palette in 3D with PigmaPrism's powerful light mode. This allows you to explore your color work on real 3D objects under any lighting. It's just a lot better pacing. There was also a section, here is actually section 4. There was a section that was taken out because it didn't apply to the program anymore. And I didn't know that, and I found that out today. So that actually saved me a lot of work. So I just cut that out. And then set up UDesign. I had to re-record some of this audio. This at the end here. PigmaPrism is uniquely powerful in order to use. So this one here, PigmaPrism is uniquely powerful. PigmaPrism is uniquely powerful in that it consolidates all the color tools you need into one clean, intuitive application. Yeah. So I re-recorded that just to make it make a little bit more sense with what I cut out. And then the ending here is where we're going to start editing again. And then I don't know exactly how far we're going to get. This is more of like a creative type of thing, and like creative decisions. But here, this is what I want. I want to show you, and I'm trying to decide: do I want to do? So let me backtrack here. Actually, we can even implement this. I'm going to show you what I had thought. This isn't even necessary because nobody's going to notice. But if you wanted to do something like this, I can show you the workflow. So you see how these two right here, these two busts or whatever, they're aligned right in the same place. But then when the light is shown, it's kind of shifted over a little bit. That's because just the way when Frankie and I were sitting down together when we were recording the screencast, this is it was just a little bit off center. So these are like directly in the center, and then this is kind of off center. You can see that jump. Oh, let's mute that. So you can see that jump. Now this is not a big deal at all. Again, nobody's gonna notice this. But if I duplicate this, I haven't tried this yet. But if I just take the top one and let's just move it over a little bit here. So it's over this one. And then we'll go down to, let's go to the strip properties and take down the opacity a little bit. And we want this, it's basically the very first part of this here. See how that it's offset? Well, we can just take this and then just up here in our preview, just grab that. And I don't want the snapping on. So grab that, and we just want to grab it and just move it over like this. So it looks like it's a lot more centered. And then, but you can see that then everything else is going to be off. So it's still going to be a little bit of a jump. So let's see what that looks like. Oh, well, we still have the opacity. Okay. See, everything else is going to jump that now too. And you can see that now the panels and stuff are offset. But if we crop it, and that's why I duplicated it, because you still have whatever this is and all of the panels and stuff going on under here. This is the same thing, but without the offset. Well, if we just crop this, so go to your strip properties, go down to crop, and then if I click and drag over all of these and just start pulling this down, we can actually just crop that, and you can see what that's doing over here. Now, I can't, it's not a perfect square, so I can't keep these all the exact same. But now I can click and drag over the right and then pull this in, and then maybe click and drag over the bottom and top and pull this in. Maybe just the top and pull this in. So it's just kind of just over that. And now you can see that we start there's no jump anymore. So you've got the crop portion over this portion, which then kind of masks it. And because the background is dark and you see this grid in the background, you can't even notice that you have actually something that's totally cropped. And I think I'm going to keep it like this because it's just a lot cleaner and there's no jump. So if you see this, we just hide this. Here's that jump. And then if I unhide it, then there's not, let's disable the overlays, and there's not that jump. I like that. It's just a lot smoother. And again, I don't think a lot of people are going to care all that much. Hey, and we got Frankie with us. Pigmacast, clever, yes. Are you still here, Frankie? I don't have a moderator today, even though I set up my headset so that she could talk to me. She is busy today, so she's not with us unless she gets home early enough to join us a little bit later. But so thanks for joining. And if you have any suggestions, okay, actually, you know what? While you're here, if you're still here, what I'm trying to think of for the end here. So let's play this. PigmaPrism. Okay, let's pull this up a little bit. You need into one clean, intuitive application. PigmaPrism. Color intelligence for the people who actually use it. Okay, so for this one, yep, been here since you kicked off. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining. So here's what you got to tell me what you think about this. This is just a spur of the moment type of thing. But here, where the very last, where PigmaPrism, what was it? Prism, color intelligence for the people. Yeah, color intelligence for the people who actually use it. So, I was thinking about doing this, and I set this up. Let's mute this. I set this up as an animation here, like this, so that then you just see the color wheel. You see it turn, and then it's like this. Well, what I was thinking about doing is creating a. Let's save this. I was thinking about doing some masking. Let's see. I'm going to duplicate this one. We'll call this masking, and I'm going to open up another area, go to the image editor and render result. Let's F12. So I'm going to make a mask around here. So I'm going to put my 3D or 2D cursor right there. Can I not see that? Where's the 2D cursor? Because I'm not in my mask mode. So I need to go mask mode. There we go. Okay, so just add a circle. I'm just going to put a mask around this. And then I'm going to do a little animation here to transition from this to then your outro animation. And again, I don't exactly know how it's going to look, or even if it's going to work. But I'm just going to put this around here, and then let's do a little bit of feather. And then if I take this one and use a mask on it, I need to delete that. Oh, no, I need to have that here because I want to fade this out. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so now we have just this. And then I was thinking about doing something like animating this, like kind of going up, well, okay. Now we have to, I think I have to make this another meta strip. I have nested meta strips everywhere. So making it go up into a corner like this, or the other way, kind of going up this way into the corner, and then having your logo kind of, PigmaPrism, and then maybe even have text come up that says, color intelligence for the people who actually use it. Kind of the text come up under the bottom of that. So something like that. That's okay. I'm with it. Cool idea. Curious how the execution pans out. Yeah. So I don't know. Just it's also something that I'm like, I don't know how that's gonna work, and if it's gonna work, and maybe it won't. But let me put this back over here, and so what I'm trying to do then here is this is gonna be let's actually, I think I have to, yeah, I don't want the mask on this portion of it. Boom. Only one way to find out. That's right. So, and then this here should fade into nothing. Fade to from current frame. Yeah. Maybe a little, maybe starting a little bit sooner. Let's undo that. Go a little bit faster, maybe. So fade from frame. Yeah. So something like that. And so it's going to fade out, and then from here, I'll do the animation. But the problem is I haven't quite gotten to your adding your logo animation yet. So again, I don't know if it's gonna work with it. But okay. What do I want to do next? By the way, if you're here and you're not Pigmacast, if you're not Frankie, thanks for joining. He's here with me. I don't know how long he's gonna stay here, but he's been here from the start. And again, we are. I'm editing a promo video for him for his new PigmaPrism program that's coming out. It's not out yet, but if you go to pigmacast.com/PigmaPrism, or just click PigmaPrism here, you can go and sign up for the email list to be notified of any updates. But basically what PigmaPrism is an interactive color tool designed to help artists explore color relationships, analyze palettes, study light, and make stronger creative decisions. And it's super interactive. It's so easy to make color palettes. And again, he's not sponsoring this video. He's not sponsoring me at all. He's just paying me to make this promo video for him. But it's such a cool thing that he's made that I'm totally going to get when it comes out myself, because it's going to help my thumbnail creation, because I always just am eyeballing it. I'm eyeballing it, like what colors work well with each other, and this is going to help with the color palette for any designer or color artist or anything. So that's what we're doing here, if you've just jumped on board. So okay, let's get a little bit of a background here. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go find the I'm gonna find the footage of MoGraphs. Yeah, splash logo. I can't. Okay, yeah, splash logo. Yeah, here we go. Okay, we got that. What's this one? Oh, I see. Okay, no, we want the splash logo. Okay, so splash logo is this, and this is what we're gonna put this at the start as well. But maybe we'll do this little animation, try to fade it into this. I don't know. Oh, can you hear that? I think you can. Oops, see, now I'm pressing spacebar when I shouldn't be. Pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool animation. So we got to, go from this to this. So the first thing I'm going to do is get a color strip under here. And actually, let's just take this up. And when this fades out, it's going to fade into the color, which will not be black. But what I can do is go to the color strip, click here. Actually, let's move this here. I'm gonna hide. Oh, nope. Just want to hide the audio for now. So click my color strip, click the color bar here, go to the eyedropper tool and click that, and that should be the exact same color now. So now it'll fade into that color. Perfect, like that. And then we can make, gotta figure out exactly how to reconcile these together. And so this is, we're gonna have this do oh, nope. We're gonna have this do something like this. Can I go up here? And maybe this can also fade away. Or I could have this just scale into nothing as this scales out. Like this. I don't know. What say you, Pigmacast? What do you think if you're if you're still watching? Give me a little bit of direction. It's nice having the boss online. Scaling might be a better transition. Well, let's try it. Let's try it. So it'll scale. It's got to scale the same, kind of the same, maybe a little bit before this, and then let's do Alt. So if you've scaled something in the preview, you can actually Alt G or Alt S to get rid of that, and then Alt G. Okay, no, Alt G is the same, so it's right here. And then we can. I have like so many the meta strips inside of meta strips right now. Just it's kind of hard to follow along with that. But the reason I have this meta strip on, I'm just going to get rid of that. Control Alt G will get rid of that meta strip. The reason I have that is because if I start scaling this, you can see it's only scaling what's behind the mask. So this is what has the mask on it. But I want to scale the mask with this. And in order to do that, I have to wrap this also in a meta strip that doesn't have the mask. And then I can scale the whole thing, mask included. So that's why I did that. And this one, I want just to, we'll cut it here because I don't want to start the animation till here. So then this is where the first keyframe is going to be. I'm going to pull this out and make a, let's see, let's just do a timeline here. And we'll start making our keyframes. So first keyframe, this will be on the transform here. So this will be, we're not doing position right now. We're just checking scale. So just scaling at 1, it'll be right there. And then from here to, I don't know, let's see, when does this kind of start? Maybe maybe here to see them kind of cross over. So maybe right here. And then this will be 0. And then we can add those keyframes there. So, and I don't know about that. Yeah, it could work. It could work. I might want to adjust when that comes in. You know, I might also be able to. I'm just going to play around with this. I'm going to play around with the opacity too. So let's animate the opacity, and then we'll go to this keyframe, and then we'll bring that down to 0 as well. Just so you can start to see in there. I don't know if that is any better, or maybe we can actually slide the opacity. Now we're going to need the dope sheet because I want to select just the opacity ones. How come there are 3 of them? I don't understand that. What? Oh, okay. Oh, it's because of all of these other ones. I need show only selected. There we go. I was like, no. This is. Let me undo that though, because I don't want to have moved something that I shouldn't have moved. Okay, so let's zoom in here, and we're going to change this opacity here. We're going to start it. I don't need to see the markers. Show markers. Oh, it's under view. Show. Do I have it as a quick favorite? I do. Just trying to make sure we see everything here. Okay. Because I want to be able to see that the prism there as it starts to come in. I could also just start this later. I don't know. That's not terrible. Let's see what it looks like with, or see how it is with the sound. Oh, application. Oh, there we go. Clean, intuitive application. PigmaPrism, color intelligence for the people who actually use it. Oh, you know what? And intelligence. Maybe I need to start all of this even sooner. Intuitive application, which I can do if I speed this up a little bit, and then we pull everything else over here. PigmaPrism, color intelligence for the people who actually use. Huh. Okay, hold on. Maybe I'm thinking about this wrong, because what I'm looking for is PigmaPrism, color intelligence. So that, I don't know if that's going to work with the I'm having 2 different images in my mind of how things are, and I'm kind of smashing them together. And so um,
for the people who actually use it.
because I was thinking about the, again, having the text come up. But it might have to be a little bit before that.
PigmaPrism.
Again, I don't know if this is going to work with it.
Prism. Color and
So yeah, maybe this is not going to work. Or it's just not going to work exactly how I imagined it. Maybe we just need some more. We just need more footage over here. In one clean, intuitive application. Oh, I can also get rid of one of these. Room tone. So it makes that a little bit shorter.
PigmaPrism application. PigmaPrism.
Can stretch this out.
For the people who actually use.
So let's do that. Let's just kind of start this, I think, here. And then we can
intelligence for the people who use it. Actually use it.
Okay, and then we can start this here. Yeah, I think this will be all right. And we can maybe take this and
PigmaPrism. Color intelligence.
No, I don't like that because I want to. Oh yeah. Okay, here's something that I did want to do. This is another thing to make it a little bit more smooth. So, see how he's sliding the slider here, and then this is kind of going up and down? Well, there is a point in time where he just resets everything, and so it kind of jumps. But that doesn't translate well in this, so just to make it look like it's going back and forth, we can actually do a little trick here. Let's hide the audio. We can do a little trick here where we cut it right before it starts to go back up. We'll cut it right here. And then I'm put this one in a meta strip, duplicate it, and then take this one, the second one, go to the strip properties down to video, and then reverse frames. So now it's essentially the same thing, but it's a little cleaner, like sliding that slider back and forth. And the reason I kind of wanted to do that is because, see, when it kind of cuts to here, now it's kind of at the same size, instead of just jumping to a different size. Again, nobody's going to notice. It's just a little bit, I think a little bit cleaner that way. We can also even do a little fade in here. So maybe do like this, and then go press G -10, and then go to here, and then Control A, fade, fade to current frame, so it's going to fade into this one. So That's kind of what that looks like. It's kind of hard to see without it being. Maybe I need to wait a little bit longer. Yeah, I think I need to pull this out a little bit. Pull this out a little bit longer. Here and then here and then grab -10. Okay. Maybe grab -5. We can clear that fade. If you right click or shift right click, in my case, I think just right click is gives you this menu here, clear fade, and then we can go here, fade to current frame again. Let's do a prefetch frame. This is where prefetch frames does actually come into be pretty useful. Yeah, that's just a little smoother. So now it's kind of goes back and forth. So we've got this slider going back and forth, and that's also not that prefetch frames is not very doing its job now. Oop, and it's I think it's because I moved the end here, so we're gonna actually have to okay, what I have to do is actually make this one a little bit longer first, and then duplicate this. No, duplicate. There we go, and that's a little bit longer, and then we reverse the frames on this one. So essentially we're just doing the same thing. Except for I did that wrong too. I have to make it longer in the front here. Okay. Yeah, there we go. And then okay, but before it goes up, so it has to be did I do that wrong again? Okay, you know what? Get that out of the meta strip. We need to adjust this accordingly. Okay, there we go, like that. Needs to be there. I'm gonna do a cut here, just so we can make this a little bit longer. And then I'm gonna just go a little bit further, and let's get rid of the prefetch frames now. Make a hard cut so that we can extend this out as long as we want. So something like that. And now we can do this. Duplicate this. And reverse the frames. We're going to put this up there though. Okay, but then I can now adjust how long I want that. Same thing with this. There we go. Okay. A little bit more complicated than I had imagined, but love a good crossfade transition classic. Yeah. Oh yeah, this one. And I like about the way I do crossfades. Now you can do crossfades differently in Blender, but essentially what I do is I just take one of these strips and do the fade on that. So it's basically fading from transparency to full opacity, but or if it's at the end, it's the opposite. And that way I can actually move this. And traditional crossfades in Blender, they're connected to each other, so it's crossfading from one to another, but I like to have the freedom to move this around like this. So now Because I know this crossfade is 15 frames, I just place it here, grab -15, and then that will work with any on top of any other strip. So let's cache this in a little bit here. Yeah. And maybe that's still a little too fast. I don't know. I can even, yeah, let's clear that fade. Let's -5 again. Let's do this. It'll be a 20-second fade. Nope, wrong one. Fade from or fade to? You want to fade to this. All right, let's prefetch those frames. And this is going really slowly. I don't even know why. Oh no, I do. Of course, I know why. Prefetching frames really has a hard time with meta strips for some reason. Come on. That's good enough. For now, we can always come back and adjust it. But that's a lot smoother, I think. And then that gets us right to the end here, where we can extend this out, snap it here. Turn our snapping back on. Oh, and I'm not seeing the snapping visuals for some reason. It's okay. And I haven't been saving it, which is that's not good. Risky. Okay, and then we can do this, and then it should fade out into, let's turn the sound on again. No prefetching frames. Okay. Let's see what this looks like.
PigmaPrism, color intelligence for the people who actually use it.
All right. It's not terrible. I don't hate it. But yeah, so essentially, well, I don't know why I ended the frame range there, because we're going to have to add that at the beginning as well. So let's do that. Just going to go ahead and add this at the beginning. I can select this here like this. I can put my cursor here, and then I can also select, is it Control-Shift-Click? Okay, Control-Click. Okay, that's going to change my selection, but that's okay. So if I put my my cursor here, Control-Click, it should select everything to the right of the playhead, and then I can press B to box select everything else. And that way then I can move this. Normally I just put all this in a one big meta strip, but I've used a lot of meta strips, so so we'll do this, and then we can extend this out and do a one of those crossfades. So let's pull this down like this. Okay, and grab and I don't know, 15, and fade from current frame.
PigmaPrism is a
I want to do a longer. I think I know why. I'm used to editing in 24 frames per second, but we are editing in 60 frames per second. That's why this is going so fast, seemingly. So I need at least so this was what, 15? I need at least 30 or 40 frames. So let's just snap this here, grab, and say 40. Clear that fade and do it again.
PigmaPrism is a
that's why. That makes a lot more sense. So let's go back here then and do the same thing. So let's clear that fade, and then here this is going to be, let's just snap it there, grab -40 and fade to current frame.
PigmaPrism.
Okay, we need a little bit more here. And remember, I have to drag this out, and then we can take these two and kind of snap them together. Oh, nope. This one and this one. Snap. What? Oh, it's snapping on the offset. There we go. I don't want that. I want to snap them together.
Prism. Application. PigmaPrism. Color and
what? Okay, let's gosh, I hate to do this, but it's just easier this way. Metastrip, add in a speed control, and then we just make sure that is
clean, intuitive application. PigmaPrism.
There we go. Okay, so then I can take this, grab -40.
PigmaPrism.
Still too early. So maybe I can pull this out just a little bit more here.
PigmaPrism.
All right, let's clear that fade. Because I got to think about this here. It's got to be around here. And I may not be able to get it how I want it. No, fade. I want to fade to current frame.
PigmaPrism. Color.
Yeah.
PigmaPrism. Prism.
To current frame. Okay.
PigmaPrism. 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 Color.
That's not too bad.
Clean, intuitive application. PigmaPrism. Color intelligence for the people who actually use it. PigmaPrism.
I still don't like this.
Intuitive application.
Because I want this to be okay. We're gonna save it, and we're gonna revamp this a little bit here. Delete that one. Get rid of that metastrip. Okay.
Clean, intuitive application.
Okay, I'm going to get rid of that as well.
Intuitive application.
Okay, we are going to cut that here.
Intuitive.
Because essentially, I really do just want this to be reversed, like right away. Reverse frames.
Application.
Yeah.
PigmaPrism. Color intelligence for the people who actually use it.
Okay, it's getting there. It's getting a little bit better.
You use it. For people who actually use it.
Just move the animation over.
People who actually use it.
Okay. Not too bad. We're going to leave it there for now. Okay, so let's see. Any other? No other comments. No other questions. You guys can ask questions. You got not only PigmaPrism here, but or I should say, not only me doing this, and you can ask questions about that, but you can ask Frankie about PigmaPrism. We'll see. What are we at? We're almost at an hour. That's okay. We're making good progress. So let's see. Actually, we can. I guess we can end this here. And I save in quite a bit of iterations so that I don't lose a whole bunch of work all the time. So, okay, so let's watch it. Let's see what our handiwork is so far. Okay, I'm pressing spacebar when. Just make sure I'm not stopping anything here. Okay, spacebar. There we go. Let's do it again.
PigmaPrism is a desktop color workstation for artists and designers.
Oh,
one
by the way,
place to build palettes.
By the way, I'm sorry I keep stopping it here, but one thing I haven't done is adding some little corporate type music in the background. So let's that is something that we're gonna do. So it kind of sounds bland right now. I know, but that'll be the next step. So we'll do this first. And sorry, real quick, Frankie, just so you know, if you're still here, last live stream when we were talking about kind of what you see on the screen, something I have a question about is, do you want the screen to move? Like, for example, when we're over here doing the like clicking on these color stuff, what do you want to zoom in to that section? Because that's kind of what I was thinking. I don't do that the first pass. Basically, I just make my first render just full screen without anything moving or scaling, aside from the masking and stuff we did. But they'll render that out, and then if you wanted to like highlight, I can take a second render where I just animate the screen where it needs to be. So just so you know, that the two things that might be making it bland right now, because again this isn't finished, lack of music, and then also we're not kind of moving and zooming in, like, you know, taking this and kind of zooming it like this where you see the clicks and stuff. So just so you know, that's an option if you like that, or if you just like it straight, then we can keep it the full screen like that. So let me know. Okay, sorry, I know. Let's play.
PigmaPrism is a desktop color workstation for artists and designers. One place to build palettes, analyze images, and study how color behaves under light. Build custom palettes from an interactive 3D color space. Generate harmonies automatically. Check contrast, accessibility, and even color blindness compatibility in real time. Export to any format your workflow needs. Drop in any image, and PigmaPrism will automatically detect and extract its dominant colors. Or you can choose to run a 5-point professional critique covering value, harmony, contrast, temperature, and composition. Then you can even preview your palette in 3D with PigmaPrism's powerful light mode. This allows you to explore your color work on real 3D objects under any lighting setup you design. Artists and designers currently have to jump back and forth across 5 or 6 tools in order to use all of these features. PigmaPrism is uniquely powerful in that it consolidates all the color tools you need into one clean, intuitive application. PigmaPrism, color intelligence for the people who actually use it.
Yeah, all right. I don't hate it. I mean, as far as the ending there. Let's see what it says. Sure, zooms to the subject matters works for me. I trust you in your creative judgments. Oh yeah, well, maybe you trust me more than I trust myself. But no, practicing with it, just like we were doing this, it is always, you have to do it. You have to do it, and you have to see. You have this idea in your mind, and you do it, and then sometimes you think that it's going to work, and it doesn't, and sometimes you just happen upon happy accidents, and you're like, oh yes, I like that. Okay, let's see about some music. So what I normally do with music is I look for CC0 um, background music or something like that. And I know YouTube has stuff on there and everything, but a Pixabay, actually, this Pixabay looks like it's got more music and stuff now too, which I really like. So CC0, like it just says CC0. I want CC0 background music. Well, see, what's CC0 copyright? That doesn't make any sense. Build up scenes. Let's just start playing some of these. Oh wait, you're not going to probably hear this. Let me make sure. Ooh, I like. This is kind of cool. I know you can't hear that yet. Hold on. There we go. I don't know if that's the vibe we're going for, but let's see. Maybe part of that. I don't know. Kind of funky there. Let's see. Music. Why does this say copyright? I want background music. Oof. It's a little too harsh there. There we go. This is a classic corporate, like. Oh, it even says corporate right there. What is the Is that the name of it? No. Okay. Well, I want this one. No, this is the name of it here. Free for use under the Pixabay content license. Hi, I'm creator of premium background music for videos as promos. I compose. Let's find the perfect soundtrack for your next project. Okay, it says free for use. Background music, soft background music. So the content license, I believe, content for free, used without having to attribute the author, modify, or adapt the content to its new works. You cannot sell or distribute the content on a standalone basis, which I'm not going to do. So you cannot use it as misleading, or you cannot use it as trademark. Okay. Oh wait, you cannot use any of the content as part of a trademark, design mark, trade name, business name, or it's not part of the name, but it's just the background. Okay. If content contains any recognizable trademarks, logos, okay, cannot use it for commercial purposes in relation to goods or services. Really? Well, what else would you use corporate for? So I don't understand this. If content contains recognizable trademarks, logos, or brands, you cannot. Well, maybe recognizable. I suppose maybe it's like you can't use it with Coca-Cola or something like that. I don't know. Well, let's keep searching here, because that would be a good kind of background. No, what does no copyright music mean? I like this one though. This isn't for this though. Let's just well, I don't want to get in trouble there. Because we are on live stream. If I wasn't on live stream, I would just download this corporate one just to put it in there temporarily to see what it sounds like. It's coming along, and I can see the vision. Okay, internal corporate training videos. Yes. Yeah, I guess they could use it with internal. Yeah, right. That's how they could use it. Okay, here's another corporate one. Oh, but this is probably the same license. Well, actually, oh shoot. You know what? I didn't even think about that. If this is part of the regular content license, then we're gonna have to look at something different. So another one that I really like is the opengameart.org. Now I don't know if we're gonna find anything corporate here because this is more for gaming, but I can no nothing with corporate cave. Okay, just make sure it's working. Background. Oh yeah, okay, it's background. Here's background. What's this? we could have a horror theme for your. Got any Backstreet Boys or Britney? Nope. But I was going to watch her live, but I'm feeling. Oh, okay. Yes. Well, thanks for joining again, and Ammo Love TV, and sleep well. Yes, we are going on quite long now. What are we at now? Oh, it's not as long as last time so far, but I'm looking for background music. Background. Oh yeah, this one, the one we just did was like a horror theme. We could make it a horror theme. I don't have any Backstreet Boys. How do you think that these copyright-free music libraries compare to YouTube's? Well, the problem with YouTube is that it's constantly changing. Like, I used to use YouTube like music stuff, and then they kept changing the formatting and changing how it works, and then changing what the licensing is. And like, if I can find anything like CC0, I don't have to worry about any of that, you know. And I do usually try to give credit to the authors, but the thing is, if I accidentally miss something, you know, I don't want to be like blamed for that and sued for that or whatever. Okay, this is not the background music I'm looking for. Oh, how about this one? It's kind of weird. Come on. That's kind of the same one. Two creepy ones? No, I don't want creepies. Yeah, so I don't think we're gonna find anything from here, but you can find a lot of good sound effects and stuff from here. Okay, let's go see what else we can find. CC public domain, Chosic. No attribution, duration, puppet. Okay, let's do corporate. And then no attribution. Oh, that's loud. I don't know. Can you guys still hear this? Oops. Yep. Okay. That's loud. That's not too bad. What does this say? This track is free if you use it to credit the artist, or it's free to use if you credit the artist. I'm dyslexic, sorry. Okay, so that's not too bad. I can always credit the artist in the video. But yeah, it looks like all of them are going to be like that. Let's do that then. Let's just test one of these out. Let's do this one. I think this is a good vibe. It's inspiring. I wonder if I have to... Okay, free download. Okay. This track is free to use even commercially, like YouTube monetization. Oh, perfect. Here. But you must include the following credits in your video's description. Copy and paste. Not a problem. All right, let's do that. I'm going to get a new text here. Copy, paste. And we'll do that. In fact, can I edit my description now? No. But it doesn't matter because I'll after this goes live, or after the live stream stops and this is published, I'll paste it into this video. But then we can also put that as maybe the credits. I don't know. This is just testing it out. I just want to be able to test it out. So then I'll just put these credits in this video. So okay, I've got that down here, and then we can also just say thank you to WaveCont for this inspiring, motivational, technologically happy corporate music. Okay, free download. All right. Let's go to where I need. Live streams. Nope. I want to go to Pigmacast here. Audio. Save. Perfect. Okay, now. Okay. Thanks for bearing with me. If you did bear with me, now we can come back here. And we can add this audio here. Ta-da! Okay, and this is going to be really loud, so I'm going to automatically come over here. 0.2, maybe 0.05. Even station for artists. It's not 0.1. It's a desktop color workstation. Okay. Let's pull this up again so you can hear it better. PigmaPrism is a desktop color workstation. So maybe a little bit of happy accident there with the build-up. PigmaPrism is a desktop color workstation for artists and designers. That's a little bit too loud. One place to build palettes, analyze images, and study how color behaves under light. Build custom palettes from an interactive 3D color space. Generate harmonies automatically. Check contrast, accessibility, and even color blindness compatibility in real time. Export to any format your workflow needs. Sounds kind of cool. What do you think? Drop in any image, and PigmaPrism funky reminds me of Toe Jam and Earl. Yes. All right. Thanks for hanging out for so long. I know it's going on an hour and a half now, but I appreciate you covering value. Pause this here. I appreciate you joining. So thanks, Frankie. Have a good rest of your day, and appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. And that is, again, Frankie, Pigmacast. This is editing his video. for his promo for his PigmaPrism program, and which is an interactive color tool designed to help the artist explore color relationships, analyze palettes, study light, and make stronger creative decisions. If you want, so it's not out yet, but it's coming out soon. Well, soon, whenever he wants it to come out. Go sign up with your email, click notify me. You get updates to when this program is coming out. You are going to want to be a part of the Kickstarter because it's going to be at a discount, and it's going to be awesome. So, okay, yes, that was Pigmacast, and that was Frankie stopping by and hanging out for a long while at last minute too, because I told him, I'm like, hey, I'm about to do a live stream. Okay, but let's do this again. Let's see what this looks like here. Let's see what the end end. PigmaPrism, color intelligence for the people who actually use it. Okay, now we have to fade it. So from here we have to fade that music into here. So right before this, or like kind of into it maybe. So I'm gonna cut it here, and then maybe about actually use it. Maybe here, where it starts to animate. So let's do. I'm just gonna cut here, just so that I can gauge it, or I can see it visually. So fade from. Okay, I can't fade it from. I have to do at least one frame in, apparently. So fade from. There we go. Use it. Ooh. Use it. I don't like it. So I'm just going to delete this one. People who actually use it. Actually use it. Maybe if I fade out longer, will that be people who actually? Will that be better? I'm gonna way over here. I'm gonna do another fade from here. Who actually use it? Intuitive application. PigmaPrism, color intelligence for the people who actually use it. Yeah, it's not too bad. I might change it later, but for our sake now, let's save it. And we could actually even render it, probably. It's only a couple minutes, and then we can maybe even see kind of the finished product there. Or the finished product, the finished first draft, I should say. PigmaPrism is a desktop color workstation for artists and designers. One place to build palettes, analyze images, and study how color behaves under light. Build custom palettes from an interactive 3D color space. Generate harmonies automatically. Check contrast, accessibility, and even color blindness compatibility in real time. Export to any format your workflow needs. Drop in any image, and PigmaPrism will automatically detect and extract its dominant colors. Or you can choose to run a 5-point professional critique covering value, harmony, contrast, temperature, and composition. Then you can even preview your palette in 3D with PigmaPrism's powerful light mode. This allows you to explore your color work on real 3D objects under any lighting setup you design. Artists and designers currently have to jump back and forth across 5 or 6 tools.
It's a little too loud,
in
I
order
think,
to
over
use
here.
all of these features. PigmaPrism is uniquely powerful in that it consolidates all the color tools you need into one clean, intuitive application. PigmaPrism, color intelligence for the people who actually use it. It's a little bit clunky at the end there, but I don't hate it. Okay, I need to go. Where is that? I'm looking for that keyframe. Okay, you know what? Let's just do this. Look for the keyframe over here. Right there. The reason is because that's where it starts to fade out, and I want to go back a frame and then cut this, and then here I'm just going to clear those keyframes because I want to be able to adjust this volume here like this with the slider without having to mess with the fade out. So 0.02 maybe is better for this. I keep trying to slide this down. There we go. Then you can even preview your palette in position. Any your workflow needs. Drop in any image and PigmaPrism will automatically detect and extract its dominant colors. Or you can choose to run a harmony. Okay, right here. It kind of ramps up the da da da. It gets a little bit louder there, so I'm just gonna like cut it here. And then this one I'm gonna put down to 0.01. Contrast, tip, harmony, contrast. So and then this one, I guess you can do, this is what I was talking about earlier. You can do it a crossfade. So if I take this and we'll just pull this out, I just an arbitrary amount here. Select both of these and then Control A, transition, sound crossfade. Value, harmony. Value, harmony, contrast. Yeah, that works well, except for I want to do the same thing, I think. With I'm going to do it manually because I just want a little bit more control. So I'm going to cut this here and then cut this here, and then this one will fade in here. Let's add a fade to current frame, and then this one will be fade from current frame, kind of doing the same thing, same crossfade. Now you can't see it really well because it's so small, but it's essentially doing value, harmony, contrast, temperature, and composition. That's better. Then you can even preview your palette in 3D. It will automatically detect any lighting setup. You updates all the color tools you need. Application. Okay, it gets quieter back here. That too. It consolidates all the right. That it consolidates. Actually, right here at this cut. So that's pretty easy for us. Do the same thing. Cut this. Bring this one down. Let's just pull this out however much we want. Or actually maybe pull the bottom one in like this. Cut. Go one frame in, fade from current frame, and then go one frame back here, fade to current frame. So this one's fading in and this one's fading out at the same time. Powerful in that it consolidates all the color tools, but both of these need to be at 0.02. Actually, I'm going to clear the keyframes on this. So it's point in any format your work, artists and designers, one place to build palettes. Okay. Analyze. So I forgot the fade. You have to have, we have to have fading from 1 to 2. So this has to be 2 before we start that fade. And same thing with this one, or 0.02. Okay, so now it's fading from 1 to 2. Let's do that again. Fade 2 current frames. So now it's fading from 1
in that it consolidates
to 2.
Powerful in that it consolidates all the color tools you need. In that it consolidates all the color tools you need into one clean, intuitive application. PigmaPrism, color intelligence for the people who actually use it.
I'm going to cut that. I'm going to start at the same place and cut it again, but I'm going to stop it where the music starts there. So let's do that again. Over 1, fade from who actually use it. Color intelligence for the people who actually use it. Is that too fast? I think that's too fast. Let's do that again. Intelligence for the people who color intelligence right from here. I don't know, it just doesn't sound right. For the people who actually use it. Okay, that sounds better. I like that. Good enough. Okay, let's save another iteration and we are ready to start rendering this out. So here's some good tips for rendering. Okay, so Nomad Flow, thanks if you're still here. So when looking at music libraries, make sure that it says the music is CC0, YouTube's not CC0. Well, if you look at YouTube stuff, and I'm not going to pull mine up, because it's, my personal YouTube studio. But let me just go here. So on the side, you have, you know what? I'll tell you about this as we're rendering. Okay, that's better use of our time. So let's go to the beginning here. This is what I like to do when I'm planning to render anything out. I'm going to duplicate this area because the rendering is this is the regular rendering area, but I'm going to make my own. I'm going to say vid rendering. And I'm going to do the same thing I did with the mask. I'm going to pull out another area over here and go to the image editor, and we'll say render results for the image editor. Okay, and then this is our preview, and I'm going to scroll out on the preview so it's something like this. Let's get rid of, close the tool by pressing T. We can pull this over here like this, so that we can kind of see, and this is up to you and how big you want the preview to be. But I want this area, the rendered region, to be a little bit bigger. And you can scroll in here, or you can hold down Control and then hold down and drag with your middle mouse to make it a little bit more smooth. So essentially what I want to do is make sure when I press F12 that what you see over here in the preview, we see over here in the render output, the render result. So let's go to output. Make sure also this, the timeline that we're in, the sequencer, where it says screen. So I've got audio and screen. And here, I should have maybe done a combine. I don't know. But we want to make sure these match. So we're rendering this up here as well. And screen is what we want, because if we change this and this says audio, then we're not going to, it's going to be the wrong output. So we have screen up here and we have audio here. And these are the settings for the audio. This is very confusing. It's new in Blender 5, the way that they're doing this. So just make sure that these match is very important. Okay. Our let's see, our output, let's just go, so everything is good up here. I've got 1920 by 1080, it's 60 frames per second. That's fine for now. We can always change that in a later render. Frame range and stuff is basically what's down here. I don't want to do any time stretching, so that's fine. I don't want to do that. Let's just go to the output here. I'm going to do a double / because it's that takes you to the folder the blend file is in currently. And then I'm going to go up one. And then we're going to go to, let's see. I don't have one yet. So I'm going to do renders and then underscore draft. So this is going to be where the drafts are going to go. And then down here, I'm going to say, I usually like to name it according to my blend file, so I know which one it was that rendered it. And I like to bump it up one. So if we're saving it under 215, I like to do 216. So right now it's going to be PigmaPrism showcase underscore A0216.mp4. Actually, I'm going to say MKV because I want it to, because this isn't the final render, and I want it to be rendered good enough to do scrubbing, and you'll see in a second here. So A216 file check extensions, you can keep that checked. Video, okay, and then RGB for color. Color management. I just want to make sure that it says standard. If this doesn't say standard, you can click override and choose standard here. That's fine. Pixel density, I haven't really messed with this. 72 is fine. Okay, encoding, this is where we can choose a template. If we click this, or a preset, we can choose, I want to do Matroska, H264 in Matroska for scrubbing. And then that's going to change these settings here to Matroska, I don't know how to pronounce that. Perceptually lossless, good, and all of this stuff here. AAC as well for the audio codec is fine. And that's really all I want there. So I want to save this here. And post-processing, right, okay. Post-processing, we want to make sure sequencer is checked. I'm going to uncheck compositing because we're not using the compositor in this at all. I don't think I've used any compositor modifiers. If you are, you might want to keep that checked. But I'm going to uncheck that and make sure sequencer is checked. So now what we can do is press F12, and what we see over here in the preview should match what you see over here in the render result. So I'm just going to go to different frames and keep pressing F12. And we just want to make sure everything is matching like it should match. Okay, so I am noticing we have these bars up at the top and the bottom, and it's because the program wasn't exactly 1920 by 1080. So I think what we can do to get around this is we're gonna place a color. Let's go back over to our editing. I'm gonna place a couple of different colors. So we're gonna do a color here. We can zoom in there. And I'm going to go to the strip modifier crop, and I'm just going to start cropping from the bottom. And this is going to be easier if you press N to open up your properties, go to your view tab, and then make sure your proxy size is 100% or just uncheck use proxies. But we want to make sure this render size or scene size or whatever. And then we also want to turn on the overlays. Or sorry, turn off the overlays because they have an outline which is going to probably mess up your lining up. So turning off that, and we want to be in 100%. Okay, and then as I'm doing this here, you can see it's we're covering that portion of it. But this is hard to see because our everything else outside of it is black. So, let's just go ahead and change the color real quick. I'm going to choose the same color here. Okay, this is going to help us. Let's go back down to crop. Yes, perfect. So, We might just want to make sure. So it's this color. So let's just make sure we have this color as our background color. And now we can crop the bottom of this here. Just cropping the black out. Because I don't want to resize anything. But when I crop, just crop like this. So 1040 there. And then I'm just going to duplicate this. So that'll be the top. This will be the bottom. And we could just do a rotation of 180, I believe, and then that's going to crop out the bottom portion of that. But instead, I'm actually not going to do that. This will be 0, this will be 0, and then we're going to just crop from the top. And we're just going to do it manually there, because it's slightly different, looks like. Yeah, because it's 140, this is be 139 or 8 or whatever. And you know what? For the bottom, I'm actually going to maybe for both of them, since well, no. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So what we're going to do is going to take this one so it just matches. So basically, it just looks like that's an extension of that. And here I'm going to. Ooh, I don't like that. But anyway, let's see. Let's get this one, and we'll click that. Yeah. Which means what we'll have to do is take the splash logo and make sure it's over these two as well. So this is just going to be our color, like little color bars on the top and the bottom throughout the whole thing. So let's just pull these all the way up so we can just take these and just pull all the way over. And then what we'll have to do
for the people who are
see, it's slightly different too. The color right here is slightly different. So how do I want to do this? Okay, I know how I'm going to do it. We're going to just put them in those meta strips. Or I could just add another meta strip. Sorry, I haven't been paying attention to a lot to the stream here. Okay, so we're almost done, guys. We're almost done. Let's do this. I'm going to take this right here. Yeah, I think from there, these here, like this. And take these here and put them in a meta strip, just nested meta strips all over the place. And the reason I'm doing that is so that I can have that
for the people who actually use it.
Oh, you know what? And I want to put it in here because this is still right. Wait, what is this one?
Intuitive. The people who actually use it. Intelligence for the people who are.
Oh, wait, hold on. So that it ends here. It has to end here because then it fades into. It fades into that. Okay, so then, right, so that's fine. So then we can, I think I can just put these two in the meta strip.
Color intelligence for the people who actually use.
Yeah, that's a lot smoother.
Yeah,
because these colors are slightly different.
use it.
The background color and then the bottom and the tops of this program. But anyway, so this actually does demonstrate to you though why I do this. That I wouldn't have, if I was just ready to render, then I wouldn't have picked that up until after I rendered out the video. And if you're rendering out a long video, then, well, you have to do it all over again. So I caught that by going to these different places, and I realized, oh, you know what? The tops and the bottoms are black, and I didn't like that. So this, now it's less distracting. It doesn't look like anything is terribly cut off. You know, and no, this is good. This is good. I was like, I could make the top white to match with that, but no. This is better. So now I'm just going to keep doing the same thing. We're going to do, just make sure we see what we see over here, we see over here, and we can even make this a little bit bigger. Yep, that's not bad, not bad. And I just kind of go to the different points of interest. Some of them just right in the middle of the, what you see. Some of them with like the speed controls. Yep, doesn't look too bad. Looks good, looks good. Looks good. Okay, good enough for now. Anyway, this is just a draft anyway, so we saved it. Okay. And what I normally do, oh, this is vid rendering, so I do like to have this all the way down so that I can see the full thing here, which we've done already. But then I like to have all of this. This channel thing is also too. I don't even need to see the channels. Just collapse that like this. Let's go to the beginning. Let's save it. And our showcase, we still are on 215, and this is going to be 216. So I'm going to save it as 216 so that now I have 215 and 216 identical to each other. In case I need to, while this is rendering, I can look at the other one and like evaluate, maybe look for a thumbnail or, for my graphics and stuff. Essentially can have two of the same ones open, or just if something crashes or whatever, I have an extra copy. Hope that makes sense. Anyway, now we can either come up here, render animation, or Control F12, and then it's going to render out our animation. Okay, so now that we're rendering that out, I'm going to answer the question about the YouTube stuff. So creator music. Now, and it even says creator music, and it's like in beta, So, basically, it says bring your videos to life with creator music, explore a growing catalog of popular music, and find tracks under terms that fit you. And then it says by continuing to creator music, I accept the terms and conditions. I didn't have to do that before. Actually, you know what? This doesn't, I can show you this because this doesn't show any personal information. Here. And I haven't clicked this yet because they changed this. And here's you can go to your dashboard. This is your Creator Studio. And right here it says Creator Music Beta. So how does it work? $0. More tracks at no charge, growing number of tracks at no charge, change from YouTube's audio library. No charge from YouTube's audio library and other artists. This might be something I decide to do in the future. But right now, it's just they keep changing things. So, and it's beta. So, licenses to protect your videos. Our licenses allows you to use music in your video without demonetizing claims. Okay, so it looks like they're trying to make this better, but again, I haven't done it yet. and I want to read the terms and conditions and stuff before I click this. So that's why I haven't done the YouTube video in short, or sorry, the YouTube audio in short there. So this looks like it's going to take a little bit longer than I wanted it to, just because probably all of my meta strips and my nested meta strips. But you can see this. This is our output here. Yeah, and that's essentially it. We've created everything that we need to create. And there's not really much more to this. So I'm thinking about maybe ending the stream here. I don't know. Anybody have any questions? We got some people still watching, I think. And I need to turn my AC back on. It's getting a little bit warm in here. But yeah, essentially once this renders out, we just play the video that you've already seen. So I think I am going to end it here. I've got to get something to drink, something to eat too, and turn the AC on and all that stuff. So if you hung out with me today, I hope you learned something. I hope this wasn't too boring. And thanks for stopping by. Again, this is PigmaPrism Showcase, PigmaPrism, or Pigmacast.com. Go there and sign up for the PigmaPrism program for your graphic design. It's going to be a great graphic design tool. And thanks for the comments and stuff. Nomad Flow, thanks for answering my question. You are welcome. I wasn't much. I wish I could have answered a little bit more. But let's see. We've got CC background music library. I guess there's a playlist. Let's see. Copy clean link. Let's. I want to see. I want to see this just real quick. Okay. Yeah. It's okay. Well, I don't know if this is. This is just, it's a playlist of just 2 music things, so it's not anything. Yeah, there's channels that say no copyright music that you can use. I'm always leery with that because, yeah, they say that, but then they can change that at any time, you know. So I don't know. Free music archive. Here we go. Let's see what we have there. Background music. Oh, hey, look at this. A dangerous voyage. I don't think. Ooh, I like it, but I don't think we want that. This is also probably for like game type stuff. Cabin Fever, creepy. Spring in the Horizon. What's that? Nope, not what I'm looking for. Genre, soundtrack, easy listening, instrumental. Well, let's search for corporate maybe. Corporate. Okay. So is this actually... Oh, I just click on it here. Is this actually free? Choose your amount. I'm not going to donate now, but I might donate. Downloads, download. Okay, wait, was it? Okay, so this is also a commercial... attribution, non-commercial derivatives. Okay, so it has to be non-commercial. Where was I? Here. Oh, license. Here we go. Let's do public domain. Commercial use. Let's just do public domain first. No results for corporate public domain. Okay, well, what about commercial use? Okay. No copyright. Oof. That's too loud. That's okay. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. Okay, music for advertising. Oh gosh, I don't know what advertising you'd be doing there. Okay, let's do what is this? Okay. No derivatives. See, the thing is, what's a derivative? Because I will, since this is only a minute long, I will have to like extend it in Blender if I use it. So what is it? You are free to share, copy, and redistribute in any medium, format, purpose, even commercially. The licensor cannot revoke these freedoms as long as the terms. If you remix, transform, or build upon the material, you may not distribute the modified material. Oh, well, see that. Why? This is I just don't like. People are just so stingy with their stuff. It's like, I get it for artists. I get it. But like, make something for people, for other artists to do. You know, it's like if you as an artist make it harder for other artists to do what they need to do, it's just, you know, you're not helping. So, okay, what's some other one? Educational. Let's do this. Same thing. No derivatives. You have to. Well, here would be fine actually, because it's longer than a minute. So then I could use it in, you know, just fading out. Hopefully fading out isn't considered a, you know, a remix of it, or doing like this kind of stuff. 83%, almost done. I keep yapping. I keep saying, "Oh, I'm gonna leave." But Graham, we got a new comment here. Hey, finally need to check out the new video editor features in Blender. It's a bit annoying that the timeline length doesn't automatically adapt to the clips. Is this the environment GNOME? Yes, I am using GNOME. I'm my operating system is Zorin, so Zorin OS, which is Linux, and the new video editor, yeah. Well, that's an interesting thing that I hadn't thought about. It would be nice. It would be nice to have the frame range. Are you talking about the frame range? Yeah, the timeline length. So your frame range automatically adjusting to the clips that you import. That would be awesome. You know, that would be a good feature request. So I would like that too, because it is kind of annoying to have to change that, because I think it's like only 250 frames. I think it's 250 frames. That's the standard default or whatever. So let's see. So it's finished now. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Our draft here. Make sure that we can hear it as well. I need to change this to live and headset.
PigmaPrism is a desktop.
So here's our handiwork.
PigmaPrism is a desktop color workstation for artists and designers. One place to build palettes, analyze images, and study how color behaves under light. Build custom palettes from an interactive 3D color space, generate harmonies automatically, check contrast, accessibility, and even color blindness compatibility in real time.
But we're not going to watch the whole thing. Okay, so yep, that's it. I keep saying goodbye, but now really goodbye. But I'm glad we waited a little bit because we had another question. Thank you for your question, Gramina. I'm gonna say Graham. Thanks, Graham, or Grammy. Gramina Linus. I'm terrible with pronunciation of names, especially non-standard American names. So, all right. Well, it's been real. It's been real. It's been fun. And speaking of real, this is not a product placement, but I am drinking real tea, the real company. So this is actually iced tea, half and half. No sugar, but it does have stevia and monk fruit. But anyway, so I'm going to try to keep doing live streams on Saturdays. Maybe sometime during the week too. I'm getting a little bit better at the flow of setting up live streams and stuff, so I'd like to keep that going. We'll do some other things next time. This will be, I think we're done with this one. Next time it'll probably be, let's see, probably be part 2 of 5.2 features, a Blender 5.2 Alpha, which is what I'm using here. Which is actually, I found 5.2 Alpha to be better than 5.1 stable right now, which is interesting. So that's probably going to be my next live stream. I also want to do some tips and tricks. There's some cool little trick in my last video, my 5.1 new features video. Not the live stream, but the actual video. That I'd like to show you a little cool trick from that. So maybe that can be done next live stream too. But anyway, I've got to go eat something. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day or night or wherever you are in the world, and you will see me in the next one. Now I got to figure out how to stop the stream correctly. So see you guys later.